here.
You fucking nerd! Tunnel this, nerd! Yeah! Dead Hard is a perk in the semi-popular horror-skinned playable demo Dead by Daylight.
No relation to any Netflix properties.
The perk is exclusive to David King and is a relic of a strange time in Dead by Daylight history when the developers thought that no mither was a thing they should focus their efforts on creating. Dead Hard is an exhaustion perk. The common denominator in this style of perk is making distance on the killer. Most exhaustion perks give a long, vulnerable sprint which may be utilized in both non-dying health states.
With the exception of head-on, of course.
Which provides a stun to the killer, effectively giving the survivor 3 seconds of stun time to make distance without a sprint. Dead Hard is a reversal of the extremes, providing an incredibly short movement when compared to its affiliates, but it does away with the vulnerability of that burst. The drawback of that is that it may only be used in the wounded or injured state. Dead Hard trades most of its distance for a small window of opportunity. It's an extremely useful perk and one of the most used perks in high-rank survivor play. But can it be countered? I think it can. And I'm going to share my reasoning with you so that if maybe you do struggle against Dead Hard users, something in here could help you win that struggle a little bit more often. Part 1! Perks! If your goal is to counter Dead Hard, there's a throng of perks at your disposal. The first section of these that I'll focus on is insta-down perks. Dragon's Grip synergizes with a ton of other gen-kicking perks like Overcharge or Oppression, and what it does is make the survivor who touches a generator that you've kicked into a one-hit down. This means they'll go from a healthy to dying state, all in one hit, never being able to activate their Dead Hard. Devour Hope activates one-hit downs at 3 stacks, which achieves the same effect. Hex Haunted Ground, Hex Noed, Iron Maiden, Make Your Choice, Rancor, and Starstruck all create pockets of opportunity to deny a healthy survivor of their Dead Hard if you know that they have it. Some other perks are uniquely suited to counter Dead Hard as well. For now, I'll focus on the two that I use most: Mindbreaker and Coup de Grace. Mindbreaker exhausts a survivor when they're working on a generator. The exhaustion goes away much quicker than if a perk had been used, such as Sprint Burst or Balance Landing. But still, when used to catch an injured survivor off guard, they will have no opportunity to E for free. The other perk is Coup de Grace, which comes with one caution. I'm not very good with this perk, and I don't personally know many people who are. However, situationally, an extended lunge, which this perk grants one of per completed generator, can be used to bait and outplay a Dead Hard if the proper effort is put in. If you're really feeling spicy towards those pesky Dead Hard players, here's the build I would recommend. Mindbreaker, to ensure no productive Dead Hard user can escape you. Hex Haunted Ground, to punish the Totem Hunter on the team and potentially turn the rest of the Survive with Friends against them. Starstruck, or really any insta-down perk. And Dragon's Grip. I would run these perks on Michael Myers with add-ons that get my insta-down ability more frequently to ensure I minimize the windows which they can use Dead Hard. Which brings us to the next section of counters. Part 2, Killer Abilities. Certain killers are just built different in Dead by Daylight. One variety of killer which counters Dead Hard will, of course, be the instant down ability category. This includes Michaela Michelada, Featherlace,
Ghostface for sure, not from Scream.
and Mac R. Oni. Each of these killers can activate instant down abilities that would deny a healthy survivor their Dead Hard. Mastering these abilities and killers will provide an excellent shield against Dead Hard users. Other killers with unique counters also exist, and can be used to varying degrees of success depending on your playstyle. Two that work well for me are Wraith and Doctor. Wraith has an animation when ringing his bell, which looks an awful lot like the swinging of his weapon. And this can be used in chase to bait out a dead hard early, before the survivor can choose a more advantageous moment to use it, such as near a pallet or window. The Doctor has a more concrete counter in his shock ability, which actually removes most button inputs from survivors. This can be used to stop them from vaulting, throwing down pallets, and you guessed it, dead-harding. Couple this with add-ons that exhaust tormented survivors, and you have yourself a very strong counter. Many other killers have add-ons which exhaust survivors or provide one-hit downs, such as the iridescent heads for Huntress, or the pig's slow-release toxin, which makes their bear traps exhaust survivors, making dead hard unusable until the trap is removed. Part 3. Patience and Mind Gaming. Between my 2 Dead by Daylight profiles, I have about 10 accumulated devotion levels. I am by no means an expert on this game, and my opinion should always be taken with a grain of salt. However, I have invested a decent amount of time into this game. One counter that can't be quantified or specifically counted on is patience. You'll see this in your favorite killer main. They always presume dead hard is in the lobby and they wait it out or bait it out if needed. All exhaustion perks are going to be situational, and when survivors are running those perks, they will naturally hang around parts of the map where their preferred perk is advantageous. Live users will be found at gens near windows. Balanced landing users will be found upstairs on the 2nd or 3rd floor if there is one. Dead hard is very similar in this way, and generally if someone is running dead hard, they're going to have already scoped out the area that you find them in, and they will have a game plan ready to go. They will be trying to lead you down the path of most resistance as a killer. Picking up on these patterns and pulses is something that comes with time and practice, and hopefully if you apply all the 3 topics covered today, perk choice, killer choice, patience, it can help you if you're struggling with dead hard. It's important to remember this game is balanced on a spectrum, wherein killers have much more power in the lower ranks and the survivors have much more power in the higher ranks. And the better you get as killer, the worse it will feel like you're getting as killer. The best advice against dead hard is really patience and to stay calm. Discordance gave us no value in this game. I just said it!